Hey guys, so Lord here, back with another action figure review of something pretty random that I pulled out of my keister. Not literally, that would have hurt. What? But today we're going to be taking a look at the B.A.M. Actually, let's try that again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the B.A.M. Big Aliens and Monsters werewolf figure. Brought to us by the fine folks over at Jakks Pacific, who are most known for their World of Nintendo line. I have the Samus Aran from Metroid that they put out many moons ago when Toys R Us was still a thing. And still am meaning to pick up the new one. I've also messed with some of the Sonic movie figures. Got those from my good buddy Evil Villain. However, this guy right here is also brought to you in part by my good buddy Tee Bizz. Leave a link in the description below to his channel so you can watch him talk smack about people who leave him stupid comments, I guess. Thankfully he saves that to the end of the toy review. But at any rate, we're not going to be doing any of that here. But what we are going to do is talk about why this thing is pretty freaking cool and relevant to our current situation. It is Halloweeny season. We're looking at all kinds of cool monster toys, and this is definitely no exception to the rule. That said, if you think I'm going to look at the other two, I don't have those. There's like an alien and a robot, I think. And for whatever reason, that's all we ever got. These popped up at Walgreens during holiday season in the midst of the pandemic. That's how Tee Bizz got ours, because I think he had this guy too at one point. Not sure if he still does anymore, but at any rate, if anything, this guy, having messing with him for a little bit, makes me want to backtrack and get the big man bat from Mattel's Batman, is it Night Missions line? I forget what, but there was like a big arse clay face that was like lava and stuff. And then there might have been a Killer Croc, but there was a man bat, and that man bat would look really cool as like a vampire for this guy to fight. So maybe I can find that later down the line. But at any rate, as far as accessories go, you get a big arse werewolf for $10. What more do you want? But you do get some decent articulation. In lieu of no accessories, you get ball joint in the head, so he can actually bark at the moon. Now I'm sad. You can look side to side. It's got like this is a single ball peg. Look at the tilt you get out of this. Look at the up and down you get out of this. This is why disc hinges are stupid, people. Just a ball joint, all you really need. It's got a disc hinge in the shoulder. Pops up about that far. So you can do a T-pose. It almost looks like I go a little further than that, but I don't want to push it. Torso is not cheap, but it is hollow. I mean, it is cheap, but it's not like the worst thing ever. You get full 360. You get the weird thing, double jointed elbows. That for a big bulky dude like this that's super stylized, you actually get a pretty good range out of. That's more than 90. Maximum Hulk, I'm looking at you with your single jointed BS for $70, is it? But there you go. Is that straightened out? I guess it is. He does have a wrist swivel. No hinge or anything, but he does have a wrist swivel. Nothing in the waist. It's just a solid piece. Looks like he's held together by some screws on the back here. There's a screw, there's a screw. There's a screw, and there's a screw. I didn't notice those before, but he's got this cool kind of spine fur detail going all the way down to his butt. No tail. I would like the tail. There's a screw hole in his boom boom. Would have been a good spot to put a tail, but whatever. His hips actually are T-jointed. They go out. They will rotate back and forth. And his feet will turn. Unfortunately, leg articulation sucks on this guy. It's not very good. But from the waist up, it's fine. So, you know, if you're okay with that, I mean, really, he's just going to stand here and look freaking stylized and awesome. I like this figure. He's got some battle damage here. Some scars on his chest. Now on mine there was a weird piece of tape over this, so I don't know if that's to kind of preserve the pain or whatever. And then he's got like a shackle on his wrist here, with this little chain hanging off it. So I want to know, did the aliens kidnap this guy when he was a human? And when he turned into a werewolf, he bursted out of his prison cell and just started messing stuff up, like a reverse xenomorph. Instead of an alien hunting, you know, something from Earth, it was something from Earth hunting aliens. That would be pretty freaking sweet. I might have to elaborate on that in a book or something. But at any rate, how many times have I said that in this video? Another thing people bust Tee Bizz in the comments about is redundant vocabulary. But last I checked, neither of us were English teachers, so you could suck it. But let's bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith and the infamous Mk11 Spawn. Mk11 Spawn, gotta do it right. You can't do it without the Mr. Mackey accent. You just can't. It's legal. I don't want to be arrested for not using the Mr. Mackey accent. But, of course, this is a big arse werewolf doll, toy, figure, man, person, guy. Insert other pronouns here. He's going to be taller. I mean, it's just obvious. But he is a werewolf, so, you know, I guess you could fudge it and be like, oh, he's a giant because he's a werewolf. That's what my girlfriend does. She makes her werewolf characters on her roleplay like freaking 12 feet tall for some reason. Is that a thing? I don't know. But at any rate, there I go again. With that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, at the end of the day, this is what it is. A cheap, but fun, and pretty cool looking, for what it's worth, werewolf figure. I mean, for crying out loud, he's got double jointed elbows, and that's more than we can say about most figures this size, especially from the likes of Hasbro. So, with that being said, if you are so inclined, I highly doubt these are going for a lot on the secondary market. If they are, then, well, kudos to Jakks Pacific, but kind of doubt it. Kinda. Especially loose. But if you are so inclined, I would say track one down. Check it out for yourself. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. The leg articulation sucks. But, once again, for me at least, it's a cool looking werewolf toy. And that's all I wanted out of it. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.